Hello to all my people. If you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched Spots and Chair Shots. I am your host, Chef by Trade and Mark by Choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight, making his triumphant return to Botched Spots and Chair Shots, he is the host of the #1 wrestling and #1 horror podcast on Pornhub. He is the co-host of the #1 nerd-ish show on Pornhub. He is the innovator of podcasts on places where people have sex. He is the warden, Matt Ridder. Matt,
what's going on?
How are you? Welcome.
See, I'm supposed to be. Oh, there we go.
You are.
I froze for a second. I'm supposed to be here once a month, and I've been slacking. I missed the deadline, but I feel like if this was a regular month, no, I still would have missed the deadline. It was 29 days this month. I'm fucked anyway, but we're here. We're good.
We're here. That's all that matters. There's 29 days in February because science is 360.
That's right.
365 and a quarter days in a year, and every 4 years that quarter equals 366 days in a year. Because what's my favorite word, Bo? Science.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't do science.
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but it went like I don't do science.
Matt Deasy in the house. Don't forget time changes this weekend. My new iPhone does that for me.
I feel
Matt
like
Deasy
it
in the house.
changes early, and it's just not official until this weekend. It's like the sun's already coming up early. Okay.
I feel like unless you work third shift, the time change doesn't affect you anyways.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't really.
I mean,
I have blackout curtains, so I don't care.
Yeah, I don't work third shift and haven't in a long time. So it doesn't really affect me. I'm usually asleep by 2 o'clock in the morning. So
did you know that if every month had 30 days, I think you have to have 13 months as well. Every month could have 30 days. I think it is. You have to have 13 months, and every month could have 30 days.
What you're describing is what happened before the Gregorian calendar.
Mm-hmm.
That's also goes along the whole lines of why Oct means 8, but it's October, which is the 10th month. November means 9, but it's the 11th month. You see what I mean? Like December is 10, but it's the 12th month. Like there used to be other months, and then they adjusted it. Well, this isn't wrestling, guys. What we're going to do from here on out, we're going to talk about maps and calendars. So
and science.
And science. This isn't a wrestling show anymore.
Yeah. Spouts is right. This spring forward will stay forever.
Apparently. And clocks. And Cam says in clocks. See? It's nothing but the coolest shit.
It's hard to find a good clock nowadays, though. We do all this fancy shit. I just want a clock that ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling. I don't need a clock that...
Did you really just say I want a clock that ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-lings? Was that your adjective you chose to how to describe your clock?
Yeah. I don't need a clock that shines this time on my ceiling. That's annoying as shit.
Will Nye the science guy.
Exactly. Like ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-lings.
To be the sun.
What's up, Bridget?
Need to clip Ridder singing Will Nye the Science Guy.
We'll make that happen.
The science guy.
Okay, so we're here now. We're gonna get into it. I'm not segueing for shit. I'm just gonna start talking. What's up, Mateo?
You only introduced me, and I feel like at least.
I did only miss. Oh, here, hold on a second. Let me finish. Hold on. But also joining me is the co-host of NXT on Tap. He is the co-host of Wrestle Talk Wolfpack. He's the co-host of Nerdy News at 420 and Botched Spots and Chair Shots and Boyfriend Time. He is everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja with a banging new line of merch in the shop. He's our boy Jaxpo. Jax, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And we're on early, so this is right in between the time I do the thing anyway. So this is great.
On a normal day, we would just be finishing Nerdy News.
Yeah, repping the old school RoboCop.
RoboCop's
the only one I have. It's the only one I have.
And as always, perched upon the Iron Throne in the boss bitch's corner, she's the hover to my Beyonce, the bottom of my Clyde. She is the brains behind Rivet City Radio. She has the coolest headset of all four of us. It's the boss bitch, Al. Al, how the hell are you?
I'm good. We got new phones, so that was exciting. Will's phone will actually stay charged now, and won't have to live on the charging cable. So that's a win.
What's up, Tom, brother from down under? It's good to see you. I'm guessing it's like 7 o'clock in the morning for you right now, isn't it? AJ's here. Did you get the washer? We got the washer. That was that was a whole ass thing. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good week. 9:41
Can you connect the washer
to
your phone and then run cycles from your phone?
No, listen. I am I'm a Jew. And
what?
What?
I would have never guessed.
I literally bought
Learn something
the
new.
cheapest fucking washer that wasn't an off-brand that I could.
Does it wash your clothes?
Yes, that's literally all I needed to fucking do.
I literally just checked the chat to make sure Taekwon wasn't here because he was about to say some really off-color, out-of-pocket shit if he was.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't, like, I'm old school. I want the agitator. I feel like my clothes just spinning around in, like, dirty water is not cleaning them. I need you to beat the shit out of my clothes.
Slosh.
You want your clothes to...
I thought the fact that Willison was a thing was because you needed an agitator in your life.
Willison.
They still make them with agitators.
Yeah, Bridget, they 100% make them with agitators. They're hella much cheaper. Get yourself a washer with an agitator because your clothes will be clean.
Wow.
I just want a fancy fridge.
A fancy fridge. I want a fancy fridge with like a touch screen and shit, so that way you can be a walking.
Who needs that?
We could be a walking ad for Walmart because they bought Vizio.
Vizio, yeah.
Just imagine you're at the grocery store. You're like, "Fuck, I forgot to check what's in the fridge." You can go on your phone and actually see what's in the fridge to know what you're fucking missing.
Oh, that's because my fucking fridge needs a camera.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw them hose in the wash and say, "Fuck it."
Do grocery orders, like pickup or delivery. So like, no, I don't. If I never have to step foot in the grocery store, like that's primo because it's the fucking worst.
Tom, yesterday we went to see my sister. And my mom made a comment about all the gray in my beard. And I was like, thanks, Mom. That just solidifies the shit that I'm old as fuck now.
Do you know what they
it kind of looks like balls.
So, like, his beard has a split in it because he can't keep his hands out of it and he plays with it. So, like, his beard, like, splits. But you know why they say, like, guys, like, their beards are, only some guys have beards that are lighter here.
Kayfabe.
When it grows in, it is lighter right here.
Uh-huh. You know.
Jax is the same.
I eat all my vegetables.
I asked my wife to eat less citrusy fruits.
No asparagus, pineapple only hurt. Well,
anyways.
All right, guys. This is actually a wrestling show. Fun fact, over time, your hair loses pigment, so it turns silver or gray, nothing to do with your age. Katie says, what is even happening?
Thank you, Cam, for the
fact. Over time, you just lose your hair, so it doesn't have to turn gray.
See, again, science, engineering, appliances.
Grooming.
We're not even talking about wrestling, but we have to talk about
wellness.
Yeah, sexual wellness. You know, that's the perfect segue because sometimes I'm not yucking any yums, but people would say you'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. But so that's my segue, Matt. What has you pissed off for greatness or pissed on for greatness? I'm not going to yuck your yums.
The whole situation with Bailey and Io. I talked about it a little bit last night. So Bailey won the Royal Rumble, and in my personal opinion, by all rights, should main event night one of WrestleMania. I have seen the argument that the main event doesn't have to be the last match on the show. They run multiple main events in other sports, blah, blah, blah. I don't subscribe to that theory personally, because again, it is a sports-based product, but it is not a fucking sport. On top of all of that, they're not really giving us a story that I feel is worthy of a main event spot. You put Bayley in this position, we should be telling a story that feels like it should be main eventing of WrestleMania. And I don't think that we're hitting all the beats. And a lot of that has to do with what may or may not actually main event night one, which is the tag match between Cody and Seth versus The Rock and Roman. I personally don't believe that needs to go on last. I don't think it does. I think we can put that on first on night one in the middle of the show. Anywhere it's going to do what it needs to fucking do. And give a little breathe time for the women to main event so that we're not worn out or whatever from that. And, you know, we're feeling those effects. But yeah, I'm not happy with it. I even said it feels more like Rhea, Becky, and Liv and Nia have a more main event worthy story going on after Elimination Chamber than Bayley does with Damage Control. And it's kind of disappointing to me because why put her in that position and then not give her the respect that she deserves going into WrestleMania?
I don't disagree.
Mic drop. Do you think they shortchanged Bayley by leaning too heavy on her name alone without building a proper story? Because a lot of what you just said was like the story isn't where it wants to be or where it needs to be. And with the right now, we're going to talk about Rock and Roman and them. Do you think it kind of shortchanges Bayley's Rumble win by them not giving her a better story in this build?
It definitely shortchanges her Rumble win by them not giving her a better story, especially if it doesn't land her in the main event of night one. She went and won the Rumble. She'll be placed on the card, not in the last spot, given the same rights that the men that win the Royal Rumble get, which is what this is supposed to be, why we have 2 nights and a women's Rumble and all of that. One night for the women, one night for the men. That's the way I understood it. That's the way I think it should be. It makes sense. It's equal. It's fair. It's what I think is right. And by not giving her a story that, you know, you can't focus all your storytelling on one story. Don't get me wrong. I know everyone here wants to see the story finished. 2 of them just never want to hear finish the story again, but we all want to see it finished. But you can't put all of your creative into that one thing and shortchange the other thing on the show that should be as important.
No, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Let me ask this question, sort of on the same lines. Do we feel like it should be Jay in that tag match instead of Seth? And I say that because then you have Jay doing double bloodline, just like Cody's doing double bloodline things. You have Jay, Team Yeet versus, you know, the bloodline. You know, Team Yeet wins. And then you have Jay and Jimmy versus each other to tie that up. And that way you're tying off all these little bloodline stories. And then you have Roman Cody.
You know what? I actually do like that because at least there's some significance there. One thing that I have seen that there's been a complaint about is the fact that Seth is in this and Seth gains nothing from this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not facing anyone in this. He still has to go on and wrestle Drew McIntyre. All he's doing is putting himself in more danger before going to defend his title. Winning this tag team match gives him no bonus boost or anything like that. I know they're trying to tell the story of Roman is the monster that he created, so he's trying to help destroy it. But he kind of, as the workhorse champion, he kind of feels like 4th most important person in the match behind The Rock, Roman, and Cody. And that's not a good place to be because you have no significant, like, real ties to what's actually been going on with the bloodline. You've been off doing your own thing. So,
yeah.
Cam says, don't drag it out. We need to get this done with Roman. Needs to drop the title. It's time. Great run. Love Roman, but let's not drag this out anymore.
Yes.
And on this Sunday, all of the Lord's people said amen, Cam.
Amen.
That's it. 4th most important is Rough. Everybody pretty much tends to agree. Al, Bo, are either one of you pissed off for greatness today?
Ooh.
Oh, is that your sound for you want to go next?
since it is an AEW pay-per-view day,
is it?
I'm gonna continue with my same pissed off of AEW things. And why is there only one women's match on the main card? And why do we have one of your champions in a bullshit tag team match that means literally nothing on the fucking pre-show? That match should be on the main card.
That's me giving
Tony Khan.
That's me giving Al a round of applause.
Wait, what match? What champion? What match?
Julia Hart
and Sky Blue versus Willow and.
Okay, I did not know that made the pre-show because we talked about it last night, and I only knew of like a 12-man tag or some bullshit on the pre-show.
That is also on the pre-show.
Yeah, there's 2 pre-show matches, one of which is the women's tag match. Yes.
Okay. Well, I agree. Should be on the main card.
Yes, Katie, because TK hates women. TK hates anything other than
Will, Matt, and Jack.
Yeah.
White.
White men.
I was trying to think of a way to do it quick on my feet.
I wish Jax had the name of another, like, because Matt, Will, like white people in AEW. There is no white Jax in AEW.
No. I always think of Jax from Mortal Kombat with the big metal arms.
Can we just call you Nick?
I'll take that. No. What? I don't even fucking look like a Nick.
No, but you're Jack's beau, Nick Jack's son.
No.
Just so we can have a Nick and a Matt. That's one. All right. Yeah. Okay.
What are you pissed off about, Jax?
Nick, what's going on?
Nick. Math and Nickelback Dearman.
I have to agree with AJ put in the chat a little bit ago. I'm not really pissed off at a lot because I just don't want to be. But Sean Spears coming back and keeping his name, but going to NXT, I think makes NXT start looking more like a destination than a come here, like let's show you the ropes kind of place. And I mean, it started with Jade Cargill. Got to give her flowers for it. Showing up, teasing the signing to NXT made you really think, oh, like Sean's going for these people. And having Sean Spears show up, keep the chairman gimmick, keep what made us. I like Ty Dillinger, and I only liked him because he came out as number 10 at the Royal Rumble, and it was amazing. Yeah, I like the perfect 10, but him coming out, keeping the chairman gimmick that like reignited my watch for Sean Spears and the whole stuff he did in AEW, seeing him come back now and getting to keep that progress in his career. Fuck, I'm all for it, buddy. All right, who's next? William Regal and Shawn Michaels ain't playing no more.
What's up from Toronto? I'm gonna assume Javi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. New follower, stopping by, first time chatter, everything. Thanks for stopping by. Chat about some wrestling from Toronto. Good to meet you. Thanks for hanging out. I love Sean Spears. I'm glad that he's back. I like that he kept his name. I like adjusting the WWE identity crisis because a lot of people come in and they have to change their name and they have to figure out how to adjust their identity into fitting into the WWE and stuff. So to me, like, I like that he got to be Sean Spears, but keep a little bit of both gimmicks. What's up, Mateo?
I want one thing from Sean Spears in NXT and one thing only.
What's that?
And this is also to Cam. I need Sean Spears to get revenge from the super kick that he received from Shawn Michaels all those years ago with that chair and possibly knock that crooked eye straight.
Just hit him so hard that his crooked eye goes straight. It makes him look like Shawn Michaels in '96 all over again. Mm-hmm. Just fixes it.
I think, and this is also to go to Cam. I don't think
who is Stan? Why would you? Oh.
Yeah. And that's what I want too. When he hits Shawn Michaels with the chair, I wouldn't be like, I just hit Stan, and then look at the camera. Like, I want that moment. But
he's crazy.
I didn't make that connection in my brain. I just thought I just kicked Stan. Like, Mike, who the fuck is Stan, and why did you kick him? I didn't even think about that. You're right. It's fine. Supposedly, Ricky Stark's contract ended at the end of February, and he filed for his own name. I did see that. Matt, that might make it worse. Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, listen, Perry Saturn had a lazy eye. The Rock talked about it, said, he was going to see one hand going this way while the other hand was going this way, and the hand that was going this way was going to knock that crooked eye straight. The Rock had the right idea. Sean Spears just needs to make sure that the eye that's looking this way sees the chair that's coming this way.
Bada bing, bada boom, right? I don't think I really have okay. This is a minor pissed off for greatness, okay? And this has to continue. We'll stay on the AW Revolution train, even though we're not going to cover a whole ton of Revolution tonight. I think that if you're not starting a card until 8 p.m. Eastern time, don't make it a 5-hour pay-per-view. Sorry. Like, I'm going to start watching this at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Nashville time. And it will not be over until almost midnight Nashville time. Like, that's snacks, and that's dinner. That's a lot of weed.
A whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast. Like, there's tons happening at this point. Like,
we had to move our whole show.
We moved our whole show for this, Tony Khan. Don't make me. Like, don't make me.
Except for the women cam.
Except for the women cam. Everyone on the card.
Oh yeah, there's not like a ridiculous women's like battle royale.
No.
We couldn't get a 12-woman tag match for the pre-show to go with the 12-man tag match. Like,
well, TK hates women, so like, why would he do that?
Wow. Oh my God, it's Matt.
Timmy's here.
Timmy's here. All right.
Jackson, I need your soundboard back.
We do need the soundboard.
It'll be back next week. Trust me.
All right, that's everybody for Pissed Off for Greatness. Let's bang out Match of the Week next. I think that'll be the next.